next time. No. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Around the Ballpark podcast. Thank you for making us a part of your week each and every week. Sundays live at 8 o'clock and Thursdays at 9 p.m. Thank you for joining us here, Darren. As always, so glad to have this time carved out with you each and every week. I know I've had a couple Sundays with Easter and WrestleMania and stuff. We've kind of moved some days around, but so it's nice to be back to our normal time slot. So did you have a big work week, and did you see a couple?
Yeah, actually, it was very busy at work because the needs of what we do for at Latham Centers, and we deal with we have 10 houses, and we have wonderful clients that we help who have PWS. So I was helping one of the new managers, so I was kind of working 2 of the houses. I was blessed to do that, which was fine at my house, and I was helping him with his house, which is off the Cape. And then I was on call on Saturday. You know what that's like. So it was busy, but you feel very fulfilled.
Sometimes is on call a bit more stressful than a regular day because you
it is
doing something.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Like, let's say that it's quiet, right? It's 1 o'clock, it's quiet. It's 1:15, it's quiet. It's 1:20, it's quiet. So you're staying busy, but you don't want to start to roll up your sleeves and work on something cerebral, for example, like you're doing payroll, you're doing budget, you're outlaying some other stuff, because that phone could come any minute and you could be pulled to go someplace else. You know?
Yes.
So
you kind of limit, I'm sure, the certain activities. Would you see a movie if you're on call? Probably not, because.
All right, now see, it's funny you mention that. You know how I sometimes see a movie as 2 times, maybe even 3?
Yeah.
I will do that. So
if it's a second or third time around, yeah.
Right. If it's 8 o'clock at night and I have my phone on stun, and I see it's my on-call phone rings, because I'll just step out because I've seen the movie already.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
So what was your week like?
So it was a very eventful week. It just felt like I was kind of going from A to B to A to B. There was just some appointment or something to go to. But most of the weekend was spent. We got new stairs for the pool, and got them from Temu, and they're really nice. They're much more sturdy than the standard stairs that come with the above ground pool. But there's it gets to step 7 in the manual, and they conveniently slip in a step that says fill with sand. So number one, they don't tell you need sand. And then number 2, they don't provide the sand. And number 3, you need about 250 pounds of sand. And so I spent about 6 hours digging a hole to try to level it out. Still is not right. I did so much prep work, but I still need about 2 more bags of sand. But the problem is there's a little tiny hole in there too. So if you get past a certain part, the sand starts pouring out one of the little holes, and half of the sand was at the bottom of the pool. So that was fun. So I still need more sand, but I feel like it might just come out the side hole again. So we might have to do like a zip tie, bricks underneath kind of situation. So once it's all set, it's going to be really nice. They're much more sturdy, 10 times the size of each footstep, but it's a very big project. My back is excruciating pain tonight. But I felt good that we got most of the project done. It was just, I thought it was going to take like an hour or 2. It took like 7 hours, and it's still not done. So you know how that
stinks.
So, but I'm glad we had the time. And then,
but you're doing it for your family. You're doing it for your family. And
a nice steak dinner Friday night. It was a long time since just the 2 of us went out for dinner. So
nice.
Happy with that. Yep. So
what kind of food?
We went to Texas Roadhouse, so we got
the
strip and baked potato and salad and all that good stuff. And these mocktails, they're not alcoholic, the non-alcoholic mocktails. Those are so delicious and good. And of course, their bread there is, a lot of people, whether you're in Olive Garden, you're a lobster guy, you're a Texas Roadhouse, wherever it is. Some people swear by the bread there, but so good. And you can just sit there and eat bread. Carrabba's, you can sit there and eat bread all day long. That'd be a fun topic one day.
I would love to talk about that.
Yes. So much to talk about. I know we're going to talk about some mascots and have some fun tonight. But Darren, I wanted to start with this. So what I'm about to mention is going to be something starting this Thursday. We go live, as you know, on Thursday nights at 9 o'clock. So nothing's changing with that. And if we happen to get a guest here and there, nothing will change with it. But I wanted to do a weekly series on Thursday that has something to do with the current events of the world of sports, baseball, wrestling,
love that
weird situations that you shared about on social media with the catcher who threw the ball at the batter.
What is that? That was horrible.
So I want to kind of dive into that. So I don't want to change anything we're doing, but I want to make that a weekly series. So with that said, the thought behind that is to start that this coming Thursday. And so here is the screenshot. It's going to be called the 3 and 2 Count Thursday evening podcast series.
I love it. Love it.
So here's how it's going to go. So the 3 stands for that. So basically, we're going to have 3 minutes to. Yes, I see you on the 3 stands for how long we each have to debate a topic. And then the 2 stands for the 2 of us will basically rotate that. So you'll see 6 to 7 different topics on the screen. And then one of us will start, and you get 3 minutes on the clock to just let it out. And then once that clock hits 0 or whatever it turns out to be, then the other one will take their chance. So it'll be I love it because it doesn't matter. The topics can be whatever. It'll just be tune in. You'll find out whatever's relevant for that week. So wanted to keep consistency since we're not able to do daily content and all that kind of stuff. I think that'll be a really fun way to go. So wanted to share that. The other thing I want to share. So I reached out to Chris today to say hello. And he proceeds to tell me that he was currently at the Houston Astros New York Yankees game in Houston.
Of course he is.
So I was like, wow, that sounds like a blast. And he got a good shot of the Judge home run today. I was like, oh, I'm glad that you're, made the trip there. You're going to have a good time. He's like, yeah, I'm really excited about tonight's game. I said, tonight's game. And he said, yeah, I'm going to the Rockets and the Lakers game tonight.
Wow.
I was like, okay, that's a good day. And then he said, yeah, I'm really excited about tomorrow's television show. I said, what television show? He said, yeah, I'm going to be recording on a television show tomorrow. I was like, oh, okay. So he is literally doing all the things.
But you know what? He's works hard for it. He puts his clients first. I love it.
Yep. So really cool stuff. So guys, definitely
listen. I don't want to compare, but and we talked about this earlier. I wasn't going to bring it up, but I think I went outside and checked my mailbox today.
Did you put the flag up or did you leave it down?
Because I'm still confused. Up means that you have mail in there for them to pick up?
Yes. Okay,
I wasn't sure. So I did that. And then what I did was I took out the garbage cans. So it's almost the same thing as Chris, but almost better.
It was better, but I feel like there should be a third option with the flag that if they send you something that you don't want, to have them take it back. Like we need to take it back. Like maybe like that, like turn it down or something. I don't know.
You give it thumbs down.
Yes.
Like rock.
That kind of mail where it never makes it back in the house. You look at it and the trash can's right next to the thing, and you just put it directly in there.
The circular file.
Yes.
Right in the trash.
So that sounds just as exciting. Now you got an opportunity to see the movie Michael. I only got to see a few minutes. I'm going to go back tomorrow, hopefully, and see it. So without giving anything away, it seems like on social media you loved it.
Yep.
What I saw for the first 5 minutes, I loved. I kind of knew what direction they were going, but seemed like it was going to be fantastic. And so I'm excited.
It's really hard, and again, giving nothing away, and there's a lot to cover, but it's very hard to do a musical biopic because they don't just play the music and have the person lip sync. There's somebody singing that music, and we've seen a lot of bad ones, but recently we've seen some really good ones, right? The Elvis one, we've seen the one about Queen was very good, and this one was extremely good. the young child that plays Michael Jackson as a young man. When he first started out, 12, pretended to be 10. You learn that, right? Not giving anything away. So we all know that now. He was dynamite. And then his nephew just really hit a home run with his, it's just
so good.
Yep.
Yep. I just can't wait to see it. Even though you've seen the adaptation, from like the 90s, I think it was, but it's been how many years? So it's going to be so nice to be able to see, and that's definitely something you could see multiple times, for sure. So
speaking about seeing something, Christopher Bennett sent you a video.
Oh, awesome. Okay, I will make sure to get that played here. I will work on that behind the scenes while we are doing our thing here. So I'll make sure for that. But thank you,
why
Chris.
don't you start working on that? Well, I do Chris's commercial.
What? That was totally planned. That was phenomenal. So let's go for it.
All right. If you listen, just because we passed April 15th, like I told you this last week, it doesn't mean that tax season's over. For some, if you're 1099, or you have an extension, or sometimes you might have forgotten. If you're dealing with tax issues, are you behind on your filings? Have you been hit with a lien? Some people, they have fear about just, if I give in the money now, I don't know what I'm doing. You need people like Christopher Bennett and National Tax Solutions, because not only are they capable, but they are secure in their ability to find out what's your best option and get that best option for you, of course, with your consent. So don't allow tax problems to keep you up at night. We've heard from so many people now. You've heard it here every week. Chris Bennett and his team at National Tax Solutions really care about you. So if tax stress is keeping you up, call 855-627-4829 and visit NashvilleTaxSolutions.com or send them an email. Just at info@NashvilleTaxSolutions.com. Nashville Tax Solutions, real people who will get you real results.
Thank you, Darren. And yes, I'm still working on that side, but please, again, like we mentioned, even though the official tax deadline is passed, doesn't mean the team has stopped working for you. They are working for you all year long. And even when he's out of town, they has a full team to support and get whatever you need done. So please make sure you support him in whatever way you can. And National Tax Solutions, we are so very grateful for all that they do for the community. And so, but thank you, Chris. You sent me what you sent me. I'm working on that here on the side. So I will definitely get to that as soon as I am able. And Darren as well, I did send you, just to make sure you got it, just a minute or two ago. You should see something from my end. I sent you an email, so you have it, just if you need it for whatever reason.
I'm reading this right now. Chris Bennett and I just got this. It said cease and desist.
No. Yeah. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah,
there it is. All right.
That's unfortunate.
Yes.
Well, it was good right now. But hopefully you're having a blast where you're at, and hopefully I can share that here shortly once it goes through and everything. But Darren, I wanted you, while I'm kind of doing that too, I know we have an agenda for tonight, but please share light on what you shared about the softball incident with the catcher and the runner at third and the batter, and because it seemed like there was 30% of the comments in favor of the catcher, and that just blows my mind. So just wanted to get your overall summary of what happened and thoughts and things like that.
There's an old saying, you're entitled to your opinion, but you're not entitled to your own truth. What that catcher did was heinous. I coached Division I softball. I was the head coach of a high school softball team. In no way, shape, or form was that legal. That batter was out of the way, in the batter's box, everywhere it should be. But this was, in my opinion, told by the coach, because the coach high-fives her. The coach high-fives the catcher after causing another play to black out. and she threw that. That's why I used the stilts. If you look at the video that I did on it, you see her step, and I freeze framed it and just aim at an ear hole, and that should never happen anywhere, much less the high school game. And the umpire should be sanctioned, and that coach should be suspended, if not fired, on the spot. And it's not an overreaction. You can't do that. You can't throw your bat at somebody. You should not be able to throw a ball from the catcher to somebody's head. Pitcher to batter, at least you see it coming. This girl saw nothing coming. And it made
yeah. Saw nothing coming. Yep. No, you're right. And was there any, like, what's the word for it? Like, where they were justifying it, where, like, they were like, oh, we were trying to do this, or
no, so it's a play that if you do it right, you can kind of get somebody out. Where it's batters interference, if you're trying to get the person out at third base. But if you look at the photos that I have up, you simply see the third base person is nowhere near third base. And you see her step toward the batter who's in the back of the batter's box. And it's just horrible.
Because, like, at least the view I had, like, and they showed some other views, but yeah, like, clearly it was like.
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
It was angled directly at her. Like, it would be like the equivalent of if you're hitting a ball between first and second, and the second baseman has to run up the ball, and he's 3 feet away from first, and he rifles it to first, like he's, trying to. It was just absolutely ridiculous, and the amount of comments that were like, "Well, it's a legal play," and absolutely not. And they're like, "Oh, she played the next day; it's fine." Just like I find myself like rewatching the clips, trying to like see something that I didn't see the first time. I'm like, this is clear as day.
Well, this is why there's decay in our culture.
Yeah. Yep.
You really think about it.
Now, so because I know this happened 4 or 5 days ago, so there's still no repercussions, nothing.
I believe I read somewhere that the umpire was faced some sort of sanctions or had to meet with the the league that they're in put out a statement that it was unacceptable and it was a dirty play. So I don't know what's happening since, but
okay.
Let me go look it up quick.
Okay.
Talk amongst yourselves, kids.
Yeah. What do you call it? I think that so I'm still just blown away by there's no justification, and anybody that does justify that, I think they just are trying to be some people just like having those kind of debates and things like that. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy to me. So I'm going to go ahead while you're kind of checking that out. I'm going to do a quick share here of a video that I've got. If it works, maybe it will. Yeah, here we go. So keep your eyes on. Let's see if this works here. Make sure it does. We've got, make sure this plays. Okay. Oop. Where did you go? Hide. And okay. Give me a second. It is not doing exactly what it's supposed to be. So I will keep trying because I want to make sure we do this. I think it has to do with the media file type. Okay, let's try one more time. Share it on the screen. Here we go.
All right, you ready? Oh, here we go. I want to see this.
I'll replay it one more time for the kids in the back. So again, Chris is at the Houston Rockets LA Lakers game.
I love that.
Now those seats do not look bad. I'm not. It seems like he's in the second or third row. He might be a little bit down watching some. I'm not sure if that's exactly where his seat is, but awesome. Congratulations that you're there. Hope you're having a tremendous day. You're gonna sleep well. That's a real good day to be able to see not just a game, but a playoff game as well. So that is awesome. So, so we are. Oh, we still got that up?
Before we start, give it to you real quick. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So just to give the backstory real quick. In a playoff game, a catcher from Pine Prairie High School stepped toward the batter and threw the ball directly at her head from a very close range. The batter, Jada Daigle, was hit and suffered a concussion. During the game, umpires incorrectly called the batter out for interference. Could you believe that?
She's laying there and she's out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yes. Which made things even more controversial. Yeah, knocked out. So here's the update. The Louisiana High School Athletic Association reviewed it after the video went viral. Thank you, not vile. Though it was vile. She did. Yeah. Yes. So they clarified. This should have been ruled unsportsmanlike conduct. The batter should not have been out, and the catcher should have been ejected immediately.
And you got to wonder, like that. I'm glad that they came to that decision, but they were probably rewatching film 96 times to see what we could tell on the first take. So, but yeah, well, that is horrible, and hopefully she's okay, and even the catcher realizes the error in her ways, and I don't want to hear that argument. Oh, well, you got to do what the coach asked you to do. Like, there's
no, you don't.
No, absolutely,
because you just extrapolate that to Nazis killing people in concentration camps. Well, they told me to.
Right now, she could be forever linked to the girl with the bad sportsmanship. They won't know the criteria or whatever, and now she's labeled and such. So, yeah, it's horrible. So we won't show the clip or anything like that because it's hard to watch. But we just wanted to talk about it. So, but all right. So we're gonna have some fun, Darren. So as you know, there are 15 National League teams. So tonight we're gonna cover 14 of the 15 mascots. As one of the teams, the Los Angeles Dodgers, do not have a mascot in 2026. They do have sometimes use this guy here. He's the like the bobblehead creepy guy. That
nobody wants the guy. Nobody wants.
Little kid, not official.
Little kid, you got candy. No,
no. So so I'm gonna go ahead and we'll get your thoughts, and we'll kind of rotate. I'll let you go first. I'll kind of throw one on there and just your thoughts there. So we got to start with one of the most popular ones, and that is this guy right here, right there. So
every generation has the gold standard. It used to be the chicken, the San Diego chicken, who did baseball and football.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's the Philly Fanatic. In my opinion, everything plays off the Philly Fanatic now. But here's the thing. Do you know that the Philly Fanatic, they had to change the way he looked a little bit because they lost the copyright to the original design?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So that really happened. And so they had to change it up a little bit. Though it's funny, you don't hear that much about the Philly Fanatic anymore, like when we were younger.
We used to all the time. Yeah. It was almost like the extra guy on the team. It was that much. You hear about it. So.
And he took a beating from Tommy Lasorda, who was not happy with the Philly Fanatic.
Yep. Nope.
All right, you go.
So, okay. So you mentioned the San Diego chicken, but the actual mascot, the official mascot, is the swinging friar. And again, a little bit creepy.
A little.
Just a little. Can you imagine that? Like, you look at your peephole on the door and then you see this right there.
Go back to that photo for a second.
Yes, we'll do.
If you don't mind. Look at that left big toe. It is way past the flip-flop. It's dragging on the ground. No.
Yeah.
I don't want to be anywhere near this guy. No. Bye.
No. But I mean, could you imagine you bring your child, they get there in the second inning, and this is what you see? Terrifying.
Yes.
Absolutely terrifying.
Yep.
But so I'll kind of read here. What do you call it? So it says the friar reflects the Spanish missionary history of San Diego. Unlike most mascots, he's more of a symbolic character than a playful costume figure. So it's really not fun and games. He's really more just for historic and purposes and whatnot. So creepy purposes, we'll put it that way. Gives me Burger King vibes, the king that they finally did away with.
He was very creepy.
Yeah. All right. So up next, this guy right here. This is for the Arizona Diamondbacks. This is the D. Baxter, the Bobcat. Do you know anything about this guy?
Yes, I know that nobody cares. Nobody cares about this mascot because, listen, how look, I'm not a bright person, right? Even though I got a master's degree, I'm not super bright. But when your name is the Diamondbacks, your mascot should not be the Bobcat.
Yeah, it's just yep. Now
And-
I think that's what the security people there in the photo are discussing. Like, what does this guy have to do with anything? That's
yeah,
probably what the conversation they're having. But yeah,
yeah,
uh,
and you look at him, it's like he got thrown off the Broadway show Cats. It's horrible. I don't ever want to see that
really,
again.
it's really, really bad. It's really, really
Yes,
bad. I like it.
Bobcat. This is such a laydown. A
Yep.
snake, right? Diamondback. Let's do it. Let's go.
Yep. Now this next one I'm going to show this guy here. He is a winner lately. They might have been terrible last year, but this team just swept the New York Mets of Queens. I think I want to call them the New York Mets of Queens. But yes, so this guy right here, the Colorado Rockies mascot Dinger, something the Mets did not have any of much with this weekend. But the Triceratops, he debuted in '94 after dinosaur fossils were found during the construction of Coors Field. His name plays on Dinger, slang term for home run. I'm still in shock that the Rockies swept the Mets, but the fact that they 3-1 and 3-0, ugly performance all the way around, and I think I shared this in the group chat today. But no longer can you say that they're struggling. They are just a bad team at this point.
Bad.
They're yeah. So, yeah.
Could you believe a team that won 2 in a row then has their GM talking about the defense? You know, it's just terrible. And like somebody in the chat said, I believe it was our brother. The first baseman alone has 4 errors. I mean, it's terrible.
Absolutely.
Oh, by the way, let's bring him back up. And I understand why. Do you remember that one Met game where he was standing right behind home plate? It seriously was. It was very funny. But listen, don't you just think of Barney? Isn't this the little guy that was the sidekick of Barney? And that's what it looks like. And he's biting. He's also got no pants on. Why don't these people wear pants?
And why we got to see the belt? Like he's wearing a belly shirt. Like let's call it out what it is. It's his mom should not have leave the house this way.
And if he starts singing "I love you, you love me," I'm running for the hills.
Yes. Now, the 0-0 is the amount. Now, the Rockies have more wins this season, or they didn't get this many wins this season until June 13th last year, which is absolutely crazy. So shout out to the Mets for giving them 3 of those bad boys. And we'll see. I think we'll see some different management on Tuesday. But all right, moving forward, Darren, you should know a little bit about this guy right here. This is the San Francisco Giants, Lucille.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let me tell you about Lucille. This, and I love the photo that you got. This is when the Panda played for San Francisco. Lucille is excellent. I think we talked before. They tried a crab, and that was just wrong. There are seals everywhere, and it's perfect. And as you know, the stadium's right on the water. Lucille is perfect.
Yeah,
yeah.
Unlike the last 2 that we just covered, the Diamondbacks and the Rockies, they get it right. They got it right. I feel like the whole NL West, or the whole NL West is a fail. Like Dodgers not having one, D-backs fail, Padres creepy fail, Rockies cool but don't really mix. So I think the Giants get they got it right. I think the only team in that division that got this one right. So up next we've got this trio, and there's 3 of them, all equally creepy. But still fun at the same time. So when I went to Cincinnati last year, I saw one, and I saw the other, and then I saw another. I was very confused because I'm not used to having, 3. But yeah, so they have Mr. Redlegs, Gapper, and Rosie Red. And they wanted to be politically correct and add appeal to younger fans and all that kind of stuff it says. But yeah, I think we should settle on one. I can understand the husband-wife combo, but I think 3 is a crowd here, not 3 is a company. So not quite sure. And the little guy there in the front of the photo, I'm not quite sure if that's a 4th in training or what, but
I don't know what that is. And I'm a little afraid right now.
Yes.
Okay. So here's the thing. So this basically, I always felt like Mr. Met was a bad ripoff of these guys, right? Because the whole baseball head. But much like the stagecoach to a Lamborghini, technology and such, Mr. Met has outshined these three chuckleheads big time. I mean, I will tell you this: the Mets have been horrible for many, many a year, but they got Mr. Met right. But we'll get there later. But these guys, I get it. Now, do you know why they got the guy with the mustache?
Please inform us. I'll show it one more time. There we go.
Okay, because the Reds are the oldest team in Major League Baseball. They were the first team, the Cincinnati Reds. And so I guess that's a throwback. And do you remember the Cincinnati Reds used to be the team that started the Major League Baseball season with a day game every year?
Yes, I do remember that. Yep.
Yeah, but again,
things change.
It seems like tradition is going out the window with everything. And then, Mr. and Mrs. Met, and now you got these two happy Cincinnati people.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, now you called that one. So, so that's actually where I was going to go next. So you mentioned them, but yeah, that was next. Mr. and Mrs. Met. Now, if you looked at the background there, it doesn't look like anyone's in attendance. Like, this may have been from today's Rockies-Mets game.
I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, you have an owner that calls half their fan base stupid.
Yeah. Yep. And those zeros are pretty much a good indication of how many zeros.
That was today's box score. Yeah, that was today's box score.
Yeah, I think it was the fifth time they've been shut out. Fifth time they've been shut out. Unbelievable. Yeah. So, and it looks like Darren had a connection issue, so we will keep going until he pops back on. But yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Met. Let me put them back on the screen. So I actually saw that Mr. and Mrs. Met had I guess they changed who they were. So they had a job application online. I got an email. I have a insider for the New York Mets, of course, and got an email that said they were hiring for both Mr. and Mrs. Met at a reasonable salary. I think it was about what I'm making now to be Mr. and Mrs. Met. So I think that would be he's back. There you go. I was just covering that Mr. and Mrs. Met had a job application out in the off season where they were hiring a new Mr. and Mrs. Met for this season. So,
nice,
decent salary too. Pretty good.
Listen, there. I've I covered AHL hockey and AAA baseball when I was out in California. These mascots, as you know, they work hard. They really do work hard. And my son was a mascot for the Fresno Monsters, so it is not easy. And like you said, they have a good salary. Yeah,
especially in the heat of the summer and doing what they do. And you see them all over Upper Deck, Concourse, everywhere. So, but
what? Okay.
Oh no! Oh goodness! Okay.
Like he walked in on somebody taking a bath.
Yes, the bald eagle. My goodness. Obviously, we get the symbolism there, but
that's
I don't know. I feel like there's some Howard the Duck vibes going on. I don't know.
Yes. Yep. Why is the mouth open like that?
Yes. Right.
Why do the eyes look like it took its mother's Adderall? I mean,
we should do all podcasts with this in the background. Just
yes. This is awful.
It really is, and when I go see the Nationals next month in Cleveland, I'm glad that the mascot doesn't travel to away games. So hopefully, eventually, I don't have to see this guy. And for the purpose again of this episode, we are sticking to the National League teams. So in the future, we'll cover the American League ones. But yeah, creepy. So here we go. So the next guy, Bernie Brewer. Kind of looks like Hillbilly Jim. Those wrestling fans, but so yeah, and I can leave Bernie up because he can still, unlike some of these mascots, they cover our so I'll leave Bernie up while we.
He's wearing pants. See what I mean? And he's walking nice. He knows he's got a function, kind of Viking-esque a little bit, right? You can see him on a big Viking boat, maybe. Look at him.
Yeah, he is.
He's
got
iconic,
a cool
right? We all know Bernie Brewer.
Yeah.
But now here's the thing. All right. he is, and I understand why, and I accept it. But he's a victim of the changing times. Remember, whenever a Brewer used to hit a home run, he used to slide into a glass of beer. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now he doesn't. Now he just
Why
goes
did
down
that go away?
because
I don't know why that went away.
they don't want too much drinking stuff. They don't want anybody drinking and going down slides. I guess I don't know.
Okay. Well,
No. Yep.
interesting. Okay. Well, but yeah. So one of the better hits for the Brewers. I think they got that one pretty well. Moving on, same division. We got this guy from the Chicago Cubs, one of the last teams to get one. Clark the Cub didn't debut until 2014. He was the first mascot. They didn't have a mascot up until 2014, but named after Clark Street, where Wrigley Field sits, he represents a family-friendly image for the team. So, thoughts? Do you know anything? I didn't even know this guy existed. He looks happy, but yeah.
Listen, the Chicago Cubs is one of the prime teams in Major League Baseball, and you and I, who do this for a living now, right? Partly, we never heard of him. So it's either bad marketing or they really don't want to kill him off. But I don't know. Listen, I've been there. I've been to a game at Wrigley Field. I'd never seen this person, this mascot. What's his name? Cubby?
Clark.
Good old Clark. Yeah, Clark Street.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it looks nice enough, but they should market it better because I had never heard of it.
Yep. Definitely. So, all right. So moving on, this is the enemy here that we're about to show on the screen. And this is from the Atlanta Braves. This is Blooper, who was not introduced until 2018. But any thoughts on Blooper? Do you know Blooper exists?
Get ready. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. And this is not Brave hate, people. So I don't want to get any I'll get the horrible emails anyway. But here's the thing. Take a look at Blooper. This is just a Philly fanatic ripoff. That's all this is. Yeah, exactly. Like, look at the San Antonio screen. That's the Philly fanatic. This is just a blatant ripoff, and they put, I don't know, weird ears on it, and it's just, the eyes is very similar. It's just a ripoff. It's like if you know, if he was still alive, right? If Mike receives in the mail, you know, please take your mother and you go see Frank Sinatra, right? There was a growing pains about this, right? And you go see, and they mean Frank Sinatra Jr. You know?
Yeah. That's exactly.
That's who this is. This is the second rate. You know, this is a first rate, second rate person.
I feel like this was just a quick decision to get something out there. But shout out to Lucas. I'm so glad that you jumped on, Lucas. So just a quick backstory. So last week I got an opportunity. I got an email where I was I got an opportunity to go to an NXT show. I got an email that I was selected. If you are a fan of NXT Live on social media, on Facebook, you can be in the running to get tickets. And so I was selected last week. So this past Tuesday, I went to Full Sail University in Orlando. I got the bus that took us from Full Sail to the Performance Center, went from the Performance Center to for NXT Live on the CW network. And so I got to sit next to Lucas, didn't know him from anybody on the bus, and just a great conversation. So glad we made that connection. We talked baseball, we talked wrestling, we talked ministry. We had such a good time, and we were able to sit together during the show. And so great connection. So thank you for jumping on. And I didn't get picked. I did try to go this week, Lucas, to the new show, or to the next episode, but wasn't picked this week. But I'm going to continue while I can go on Tuesday. So hopefully we can reconnect in the future. But thank you for jumping on with us. Hopefully you're enjoying the show from what you've seen so far. We have a great time each and every Thursday night and Sunday night. So glad that I was able to meet you. And again, just an outstanding time. I really love that experience. I've been to NXT shows before, but never the taped one before. So, but yeah, so Darren, I'm going to throw the next mascot here on there. And, not that guy. He tried to come back. Here we go. This is this guy from the Pittsburgh Pirates. This is the Pirate Parrot.
So listen, the Pirate Parrot is not known for anything substantial. but the pirate parrot knows its role. Remember way back about 10 minutes ago when we looked at that bobcat for the Arizona Diamondbacks?
Yes. Yep.
This is exactly what we're talking about. A parrot, right? Parrot on the shoulder. Squat, like it just fits. Look at that.
Yeah,
Just
and he's
fits.
flexing, and he should be flexing. They've got probably the most beautiful stadium, maybe outside of the Giants in all of Major League Baseball.
Oh yeah, those are definitely the 1 and 2, and in my opinion, and
yes,
and why is he wearing lipstick? I don't know, but hey, whatever that the floats his boat.
yes, exactly. Moving along in that same division, we got this guy right here from the St. Louis Cardinals. And this is Fred Bird, and he debuted in 1979, is named after the team's color, red bird. But he is a fan favorite of the team and everything like that. So I didn't get to, unfortunately, see a Cardinals game in person. They were on the road, but I got to see him in the Cardinals Hall of Fame, and so that was really cool. But he's he's saluting.
Yeah, you got it. Like again, homage to longevity. Been around since 79. Let's go. Nice.
Let's go. Actually, we are getting down to the nitty gritty, Darren. Here we only have 2 more mascots to cover. We've actually gone through them all. So
I sent you a text message just so you.
Okay, let me take a look. See. So
Yeah, I don't know if you could put that up or whatever. Because
I'll have to work on. I'll get that together while you talk about this next one. But here we go. We only have 2 more besides the one you sent me, and this guy right here.
Horror show. Listen, a great name, the Marlins, Miami Marlins. Great name, Billy T. Marlin. But look at this. He had to do like an AI generation, because nobody. Have you seen him lately? Where has he been? Does he go to birthday parties? Did he go out into public? Now he's a Marlin, but why is he wearing mittens?
Right now, because now that the Miami Marlins, that's a good question. Like, is he still there? Is he in hibernation? Like, what's going on with him?
I don't know.
Yeah,
and you think it would be a lay down?
Yeah, right. You would think so. But yeah, I'll show him one more time.
Look, was he wearing mittens?
Yeah, Billy T. Marlin. There he goes. But yeah, so here's the one you sent me. This is no longer a franchise, of course, but from the Montreal Expos. So what are your thoughts on this?
This guy was iconic. He was never as big as the Philly Fanatic, but UP would go to Montreal Canadian games. He'd even go to some games in Toronto. He was great with the kids. He would go to hospitals. Everything you want a mascot to do. And our buddy, who we've had on the show about the Montreal Expos, and he'll tell you this guy is iconic. He still lives on. The team is no longer. Well, the team is down the Nationals with that. I don't know. Was that a pigeon? This supposed to be legal?
Let's show him back up.
I mean, just look at that. I mean, look at Yopi. Look at him. He's chilling. He's got the saxophone. With all those fake people behind him, and then you got this scared. I walked in on somebody taking a bath. I don't get it. I don't get it. But I miss him.
What do you call it? Kind of looks like Snuffleupagus standing up in a way.
He does. Wow. Now I can't unsee that. You're right.
Yeah.
Go back. This is interesting. Look at this. Go back. So did you notice the racing stripe on his shirt continues on his fur?
That's so good. Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
Those are little things, right? That's what a mascot.
Now our producer just sent me a message. Yes, we have a producer. Maybe I don't know, but I had spoke falsely. I had said that 14 of the 15 teams had a mascot, but the Dodgers do have an official mascot. So I misspoke. So I'm going to correct the error. So this is the official. Yes.
He's wearing pants.
So, not sure why he's got the duck feet, but he's representing the Dodger dog. That's always good. Yeah,
By the
I
way,
love
the
that his
Dodger
head,
dog is absolutely delicious. Just saying.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I love that his head fits into the. I don't know if they did like a, it looks like they cut open the hot dog and he put his head in there. And now,
Yeah.
is it? No, this is where my wacky mind goes. As I'm looking at all this goofy stuff on this photo, right? And the one thing
Mhm.
that stands out is regular mustard. Like it's got to be spicy mustard, and that's the problem with
Oh,
this photo.
you know what?
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. They
Yes.
messed this up with that fake yellow mustard garbage. Now go back to
Yeah.
this for a second, if you can.
Yes. Yeah.
Duck feet, right? Do
Yeah.
you notice the duckies on the pajamas?
I see. Yes. Yep. I mean, very short legs though. I'm a little concerned.
Yes. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and those don't know
But
why. For whatever reason.
his legs usually look longer when he's not wearing pants. See, now he's got pants on.
Yeah.
I love this. I could talk about this stuff all day.
And now, if you don't know what's going on for first time, Lucas or anyone else, we have a friend, Paddington, likes to make appearances on the show at awkward times. So, yeah, that's what that was. But yeah, so I would like to think that if the Dodgers did have a mascot, it would be more like that and less like this.
Oh,
Absolutely terrifying. Because the two women behind him would not be smiling and walking if they saw the front of his face.
No.
And I'm not quite sure that the hair is kind of strange. Like it's kind of, first of all, the hat's kind of sideways, and then part of the, I don't know what's going on there. But
I don't know. I got like a Japanese anime vibe. I got, I don't know. It's horrible. And he just looks sinister. He looks like he's up to no good. You don't want a mascot that's up to no good. Shenanigans.
No.
Listen, you look at that guy, you like prison record. That's
that's exactly it. So we have to end the show as we always end the show. We've got just a few more minutes, so we're going to go ahead and throw it on the screen. Darren's final could be anything question of the night.
Actually, this is a very serious sports related question, not setting you up for joke. And I was thinking about this all day. And I know I could sometimes come across as the older person yelling at clouds. But why did the Dodgers wear that Fakaka uniform on Saturday? I mean, they were known for their traditional, beautiful, plain, crisp uniforms forever. And they had the name underneath the numbers, and it says LA and the city connect nonsense. Why are the Yankees the only smart team to hold out on that nonsense? I mean, the Dodgers don't need more revenue.
No, they of course not. They, is it to draw like maybe they're thinking the fan that's never been the casual, like kind of on the wrestling talk. Lucas would know what I'm talking about. Like talk about a lot of talk with wrestling is the TKO era and everything like that. They're building they're making their content for the casual fan. I think here. Maybe they're looking for the casual fan that may not know anything other than the Dodgers have a blue, and they might not know that that's not the right color blue, shade of blue. Maybe that's why. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, so my answer to that question is, what's the word you use for caca? That's exactly what that was. Not good at all.
It's a made-up word.
So I do want to I know it's a little bit outside the house, but we have just another 2 or 3 minutes left. I do want to just touch base, partially because Lucas is on, but I did want to mention this too. The glitz and glamour that is WrestleMania every year, even though it wasn't its best year, it was probably the bottom echelons of WrestleManias. One thing, unfortunately, that happens every year is they call it Black Friday releases of talent. So they call after WrestleMania, they call up talent from NXT. They bring them to the main roster. And unfortunately, just like every other year, there's a massive amount of releases that happen. And this year there were 22 releases, including NXT talent. But what they do that I just don't understand, and Lucas, I'd love to get your quick thoughts on that in the chat, is why they do it right before, and Darren, you may not know this, they start releasing these talents. They call them around 5 p.m., 6 p.m. on Fridays. And Friday Night SmackDown begins at 8 o'clock. So these sources like Sean Ross Sapp and others that report on the news, because that's their job, report about it as SmackDown is starting to go on the air. So instead of the focus being on the 3-hour show that's about to happen on the USA Network, we're talking about the poor souls that lost their jobs, 22 of which that lost their jobs. And I feel like any other day of the week, any other time, but right before, what would be the strategy to that? Right before the show goes live to release so many talents, some of which were used each and every week. Like I can understand if these are guys that have been shelved, like Apollo Crews, he was shelved for like 9 months. He forgot he was there. They put him on TV, then they release him. Kyrie Sane is in a program each and every week with Asuka and Io Sky, and then gone. The Wyatt Six had the best entrance probably in my lifetime. I was a little bit, cinema, but it was awesome. Right. And then they had nothing for them. And just some Aleister Black and Zelina Vega, just all these names that they were just used. Aleister Black just defeated Randy Orton not but a month ago on SmackDown. And so who knows where these who has to decide which talent needs to go. We don't know the criteria. We're just guessing at this point. But what we can decide is that it should not happen right as they go live on the USA Network every single year. It defeats, the people that are, unless you're in the arena not knowing what's going on, I don't see how that is beneficial in any way. We understand it has to happen, but why right before they go live? I don't get that.
Can I give a serious response to that?
Yeah.
Sometimes the most spot-on answer is the simplest one. And a lot of corporations, their fiscal year starts April 1. So that might be why it's this time every year that they make.
Yeah, and maybe their contracts expire right after WrestleMania. That makes sense. I'm just wondering why didn't they do it on Wednesday or Tuesday or?
Oh no, that's a whole different issue.
Crazy to me, absolutely crazy that happens. And they've got a big pay-per-view coming up, or PLE coming up, Backlash right here in Tampa. In just under 2 weeks, and we'll see what happens. They have one thing they have been doing right is the call-ups from NXT have been spot on, and they've been Fatal Influence on Friday did great. At least who they're calling up, they have a tendency to call people up, scratch their head, and go, I don't know what to do with these people. Why they call them up in the first place, I don't even know. But hopefully things trend back in the better direction. I saw SmackDown's going to go back down to 2 hours here. 3 hours is too long for a Friday night show with a depleted roster. That is for sure. But Darren, before we lock this things up, I just want to.
Just one question, real quick. And this is my second question. You kind of gave your answer already, but is Mendoza still the manager come Thursday?
No. I think if they got swept but showed fight or something like that, I think he had another 2 to 3 weeks. But you have to. They haven't even played the hard part of the schedule too much outside of the Dodgers. And they have a lot of divisional games, and you can't get swept by the Rockies. You can't lose 17 out of 19 with this payroll. They have the day off. I could see if maybe they play tomorrow, maybe not, but it just seems like all signs point. Now, at the end of the day, though, no matter who you put out there, this team needs to learn how to swing the bat. And I think drastic changes, not just Mendoza. I think Beatty has one option. He goes back down. Then, unfortunately, there has to be like a culture shift, not just one guy. That's clearly Juan Soto. He had to walk in a position where we needed him to hit today, but at least he got on base. But I think that's the issue right now is they can't just make the managerial move and expect things to turn around in the National Series. They need to make drastic moves. And I know they wait till July to make transactions, but this is where this is time to panic. Like, to be that many games out this early in the season, it's panic time. Like, I don't care what people say. It's panic time.
It's late being early. You know what I mean? It's so that's an old saying. I would just get rid of them.
Yeah. No, great, Lucas. That's exactly what I was saying. It's Wednesday just seems better. There's no live show. It's when they're already home, they're not still traveling. And because you got to wonder too, like these talents that were on SmackDown, were they told? Because you got to wonder that they know something's going on, because I'm assuming that they were at their house. So Aleister Black sitting at home like, that's weird. They didn't ask me to go to TV tonight. And then they get a call from TKO, probably a middleman, saying, yeah, you've been released. Now, one thing social media has proven before, if they make enough noise, aka R-Truth and some others as well, if they make enough noise, they might bring somebody back. Doesn't mean they're going to get it right. But like a Kyrie Sane, already there's a lot of traction online that people are already pushing her to come back. So we shall see how things go. But again, I want to mention this Thursday will be live next, and our brand new series, the 3 and 2 count Again, what that stands for is 3 minutes each. The two of us will get a topic, and we get to rant for 3 minutes. And then when time's up, the other one gets their turn, and we're just going to go to town. We'll have several topics, whatever the hot button topics are in the world of sports and or around it. Could be WWE, could be softball, could be baseball, whatever. Yes, that would be awful. Who knows? Maybe they were in catering, like you said, and got sent home. Who knows? But and then, of course, we'll be back here. So Thursday night, 9 o'clock, and then back here on Sunday as well for our live show at 8 o'clock. And as we mentioned, that's one thing that I have to get better at. We want to be doing the daily short videos on TikTok. It's already been set up for 3 weeks, so I'm trying my best to get there. So just keep letting us know. Turn your notifications on. Let everybody know that you are here. Share, please. Hit that like button. It's the best way to get this video more views on Facebook and on YouTube. Darren, it's been a blast. Until Thursday night, as always, we'll see you around the ballpark. Thanks again, Lucas, for jumping on, everybody else, and we will see you next time.